Hey athletes, what's going on? Branch Brown here, physical therapist and wellness and performance coach. Get your fixed physical therapy, get your fixed nutrition, also CrossFit coach and running technique specialist. And I work with you athletes to get you from injury to PR in 8 to 12 weeks. And that's exactly what I wanted to talk about today, is this whole injury concept. I hear it a lot, I see it on Facebook a lot. People being injured, still wanting to train, and not sure what they can do. So when you're injured, what can you do? What can't you do? Hey Sean, hey Stacy. So first and foremost, my rule of thumb is if it hurts, probably shouldn't be doing that specific motion or specific activity. That doesn't mean that you can't do anything though. It's not an all or nothing. It really is a let's figure out what hurts, what doesn't, and we'll work with that. Thank you so much for tuning in. So first and foremost, if it hurts while you're doing it and it's causing you to modify, that is a big key here, or compensate. If it's causing you to compensate, if you are changing your running pattern, if you are doing a lift with a barbell and you're like having to shift to one side, if you are pushing with one arm more than the other, if you're doing any sort of compensations at all, you should not be doing that activity at the current time until you get it taken care of. But like I said, doesn't mean you need to stop. It means we just need to change up what you're doing temporarily. So if you are a runner, this is the time that, well, this time of year is debatable, but getting on a bike. If you can get inside, get into a pool, either swimming or you can run in the water. Doing some aqua jogging is phenomenal. When I was injured as a cross-country runner, track runner, that's what I did. And just decrease the pounding. I could still race, but we just wanted to decrease the pounding. So aqua jogged for my training, and then my endurance was still there. The legs power was still there. I was still lifting weights, and so I was able to still compete. So first and foremost, those are some great things you can do as a runner. Also, as a runner, if you're injured, get into the gym, start doing some strength work. Every runner should be doing it anyway. It's neglected a lot with runners, so it's a great thing to do, getting into the gym and starting to do some strength training for your legs is phenomenal. With CrossFit, there is so many things that we can modify, so many directions you can go. And in the gym in general, there's so many directions you can go. If you just want to go to the gym and do something, so many, like, you can modify almost everything. So if you can't run, bike, row, swim, aqua jog, all sorts of things. If like you're doing a workout with pull-ups, but one arm's, you can't pull with one arm, you can't grab on, whatever it may be, there's still ways around that. And there's a couple of different ways you can go around that in a workout. You can do a movement that works completely different muscles, but still keeps the intensity. So if say 10 pull-ups normally takes you like 20 seconds, cool. We'll find a movement that you can do 10 reps in about 20 seconds. And that's an awesome way to do it. You still keep the intensity. You may not be using the same muscle group just because it may be a movement that you can't match, but that's okay. We can still keep the intensity of the workout. We can still do something that keeps your body moving. But we can also find ways to modify or scale. Sorry, itchy nose. So say the barbell typically is going to be like 95 pounds for you. Maybe right now we can't do that, but guess what? You can go shoulder to overhead with 55 pounds pain-free. Awesome, let's do that. Let's keep that movement there. Let's keep you going through the activity. We'll just back down the weight a little bit. Not a big deal. As that injury starts calming down, that strength will gradually increase. You'll be back to that 95-pound, barbell. If there's something major going on with the one arm, I don't like doing it a ton for a lot of athletes for a long period of time, but you can also do just single arm. So we've had athletes that I've worked with that had like a crush injury to their hand, just like literally can't use that hand. It was not a CrossFit injury whatsoever. Couldn't use that hand, so we just did dumbbells. We did single arm kettlebell work with her for a long time. So she could still work out. She could still get the cardio effect. She could still stay strong on the side. She was able to stay strong. She could still be in the community with us. Just had to switch up what she was doing a little bit. Same thing for the legs. Can't do squats, not a problem. There's always ways around it. We can decrease the depth by doing box squats. We can do single leg, we can do lunges, single leg, split squats. So many ways that you can modify any single movement. The biggest thing is when you're injured, finding things that are pain-free for you to do. Things that you aren't going to be compensating and creating other injuries because of that compensation. So if you have any questions on specifics on injuries you're dealing with, definitely post those comments on here, post those questions on here. I'd be happy to help you brainstorm, figure out what you can do in order to still train but work around that injury. Because ultimately, if you continue to work through that injury or train through that injury, it's just going to prolong that injury. It's going to make it stay there longer. It's going to limit your training for a longer period of time. Easily put, training through that injury going to make things worse, puts you, essentially out of competition maybe for a year. Versus, let's back you down a little bit. Let's take care of that. Let's protect it. And you can be back to competing, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. So you've saved yourself a lot of time by backing down sooner, protecting that injury, taking care of that injury, rather than working through it. So thanks, Ray. Awesome. Any questions you guys have, comments you guys have, definitely post those on here. If you watch this later on, #replay so I know you guys watched it. And as usual, have an awesome rest of your day, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Ray, for your love. Talk to you later. Bye.